first pick in Falcon, and this is sorry, first pick the Luo Yi, and this is kind of recurring as well during MPLPH days. The playoffs in general as well, they always prioritize Luo Yi in this upcoming patch. So Rebellion, they have to take this read, ban the Luo Yi, let them take the Roger and play something else. But again, like you said as well, it's gonna be picking your poison. Do they ban it? Yes, they do. So Team Liquid PH, they are gonna be picking the Roger themselves.
Yeah, and you know that the Sky Piercer is going to be the first item. So Rebellion, they don't have a healing mechanism here unless they pick up the Matilda or the Rafaela. So Sky Piercer is going to be pretty strong. They got to pick up, well, the Paramis is not there anymore, so pick up a Valentina perhaps. Valentina, Baxia, Valentina, Fredrin.
Baxia is something that I think Team Liquid PH isn't
Team Liquid PH keeps on taking, yeah.
Yeah, they always take the Baxia as well, so Rebellion may consider taking them themselves. But again, you talk about healing, right? I think the good shout here is going to be the Florin, because if Team Liquid PH decides to go for the Baxia pickup, the Florin does have a immunity for those kind of anti-heals coming in. So nope, not going to happen. They will take the Yuzhong, but Baxia is still in the hands of Team Liquid.
Now Team Liquid PH, they have the majority of the firepower. Oh, they're picking up the
Pharsa.
Okay. Interesting, considering that you see the Yuzhong on the other side. Perhaps he feels like he can outplay this Yuzhong. Usually we don't see too much Pharsa going up against the Yuzhong, so this is a very interesting pickup that I feel like is targeted towards their gold laner, because they feel like the gold laner is going to use something like an Atan, something that has less mobility, so maybe that's why they pick up the Pharsa.
I think having this Pharsa is intentional coming from Team Liquid in a sense where they want to force Rebellion to pick something else rather than a healing composition, right? If they go for Minotaur, if they go for the Florin, they're not going to be able to cut off Pharsa really well. So if they force a Grok right here, it isn't too bad, but no, Rebellion, they take the export instead. It's something that they ban out a lot, so they are going to be able to get this, but I assume this is a jungle export from Rebellion. They pretty much showed their cards right from the get-go.
Yeah, pretty safe assumption. Going up against Baxia, you gotta chunk down this tank as fast as you can. And the Baxia has damage reduction, but going up against the export still hurts, especially if the export picks up a War Axe, which most of the time as a jungler he will. And afterwards, perhaps pick up an Ice Queen wand to make sure that the Baxia, once he engages, he can run away. And Rebellion, they could use the healing, but they ban out the Matilda themselves.
Okay, Export going to be a good way to do a Baxia, right? It's just true value damage here. Baxia comes in, he's going to burn them to death. But I feel like maybe, you know, they might consider banning off the Grok just to make sure that Sanji doesn't have a very difficult time, considering that he already has to deal with the dragon, doesn't want to deal with the wall as well, especially with the feathered airstrike. But again, they're used to it, they have got the experience to actually deal with it. But now the question here is, do they want to win the lane matchup? So in this case, I think you talk about Benny QT winning the Roger matchup, Natan out. They have to ban, I think, the Claude as well. Maybe. It's either Claude, Brody, or Beatrix, but it's most likely going to be the Claude ban coming from TLPH.
Yeah, honestly, Claude, Grok, both are very good bans for Team Liquid PH. Rebellion, they themselves ban out the healers.
The healings, okay, interesting. Do they want to pick the Ruby themselves?
Or maybe just grab a Minotaur so that they have the healing and Team Liquid PH does it. But then Team Liquid PH, they could grab the Grok. I mean, the Grok isn't great going up against the Export. Maybe JP goes for something crazy and pick up something like a Cho or something.
Okay, that's the thing about the Cho, right? Like, it's been integrated in this upcoming patch to focus more on Cho damage, but the Sky Piercer Armor Cho isn't too bad. It's literally one-shot anyone. But again, against a Yuzhong, that's something that I think Team Liquid might struggle a little bit here, but they can still get the Paquito for themselves. Nope, they're not going to go for Grok. They're not going to go for anything else, as they are going to take a safety net, pick the Edith for the role position.
They have a very tanky lineup here, so I'm guessing their gold lane isn't going to have a lot of mobility. This is one of those games where, yeah, I feel like a Clint could work, a Brody could work. If they want to do a Benny Cutie, they could show off the Beatrix as well. The only thing is the Beatrix is going to have a difficult time going up against the far side. Now having the Paquito, there's a lot of dive coming in from Team Liquid PH, so any kind of marksman doesn't feel super good at this point.
Okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a different matchup here. Roamer, final Roamer coming from Team Liquid here. Do they pick the Minotaur again? Yes, they do. There is gonna be some sort of a healing here coming in from Team Liquid PH. Rebellion, last pick, Marksman. What's it gonna be? Clint, Brody. It's This is a very awkward situation Rebellion has put themselves in because, yes, Team Liquid, they show them the cards, but considering the amount of marksmen has been banned here, including the Harith, there's not really a lot of good options here, especially if a Roger jumps in your face.
Usually we see fighters here, but if they do that, they won't have enough damage.
Yeah.
So
like, everyone is appealing composition, right? But technically, you know, Edith kind of transitioned into as a marksman later stage of the game, but nope, they are going to go for the Beatrix.
And again, I feel like the Pharsa was picked to fight against this kind of marksmen, low mobility marksmen. So the Beatrix, we've seen that Benicute can do a lot with this hero. But the Roger going up against the Beatrix, Roger, very popular for popping off in the early stages of the game. And Beatrix requires more items, and the items are very costly. So a different tempo here. Team Liquid PH, they can start things fast. Compared to Rebellion, they got to scale up just a little bit before really committing, before really being able to do anything against Team Liquid PH lineup.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one here, but based on this draft, who do you like more?
I would say Liquid Echo. They got Comfort, they got a Paquito, they got the Boxia as well as Benicute on this Roger. I feel like Benicute will dictate the pace of the game, so I'm more towards Team Liquid PH.
Yep, I want to see how things go as well. Rebellion Esports, again, the favorites here is going to be Team Liquid PH to actually go and take the ticket. But now Rebellion Esports, they have to prove their worth of fighting the grind here. Ladies and gentlemen, here, we're going to be jumping into the third series for today. It is going to be Team Liquid PH versus Rebellion Esports game number 1. Who's going to come over top? Who's going to set the tempo? And who is going to take first blood?
Carl TZ was able to secure his buff faster compared to Vincent. Even though Vincent had a little bit of help leashing for his buff, they're starting on opposite sides of the map. And looking at Emblem set here, it is going to be the Warcry on the Yuzong as well as on Roger. So we see that Warcry doing a lot for Benicute, already denying D from a lot of farm.
That's interesting to see Benicute actually prioritizing on that. Like, is he gonna look for the finishers here? Is it used as an execution? But bottom lane, Carl is not having a good lane against Sanford at all. And now Sanji is looking to try and harass him further, denying him XP and space. So this is a lot of pressure down towards the XP lane for Team Liquid PH, where they switch up their focus this game.
Sanford going to hit level 3. Looks like Benicute again forcing D to stay under his turret. But it doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like Benicute wants to deny so much minions instead of just
what is this
get a kill.
ambush? Did they spot Vincent out? I don't think they did, right?
I think they don't, but I know that there's more than one person there.
Yeah, there's 3 people there, but Sanford, you know, he's playing a little bit safe here. He's still got the XP. He's freezed up in a very awkward position, but again, Turtle's gonna spawn in 4 seconds. Eventually, Rebellion has to show themselves here. Vincent took the long route. Sanji still unsure on what's happening. There's 2 guys there, and finally revealed himself. But AudiTZ is taking him to do that damage here. Better Asher comes in. He predicted AudiTZ the flicker there. Drops the bomb before he gets out. That's gonna be first blood in the hands of Team Liquid.
The Sansan duo has amazing game sense. They just like, I don't know what's going on there, but I know I don't like it.
Oh my goodness, Suelo now with the stolen Mignon Rage, but at the same time, JP also has a Mignon Rage of his own. So Team Liquid PH does have his advantage right here in this fight. But speaking of which, your Turtle in the hands of Team Liquid PH, Rebellion Esports now gonna be on the back seat.
Yeah, now Rebellion Esports, again, their composition, they want to ramp up a little bit. Even though Suelo has the Minoan Fury, but the engage is not going to be good enough because they don't have the damage. Vincent needs item first. D needs a lot of items. Suelo, if the first item is going to be the Enchanted Talisman, he has damage, sure, but again, it's not going to be enough. So I feel like Rebellion Esports, it's good that they let it go because, look at it, even Cars is not doing good.
Yep, oh my goodness, that's a second time now Sanji is able to find a pick off. Rebellion Esports just could not respond to this. Team Liquid just having so much foresight in his plays, and now BeniQT just got his Sky Piercer on top of this. This is a very, very good start for Team Liquid.
3 minutes in, gets the Sky Piercer, and the Turtle is going to spawn up top.
Oh,
they want to give him kills.
Oh, Firaga
not there.
Down. Vincent is dead. BeniQT, that's going to be first kill on the first stack for him for that Sky Piercer.
And again, after this is go. Oh, before that, they still want to go. D taking a bit of damage, and D has to be forced back a bit. The next item for BeniQT is going to be the Wind Talker. So more movement speed, making it so that he can get to his targets much faster.
Yeah, speaking of movement speed right now, like it seems like Rebellion Esports is playing very defensively right now, whereas Team Liquid PH, they're just capitalizing on a lot of all these micro fights rather than just being very, very reactive to these fights. You can see a lot of micro plays coming in. Again, Kaudizi just says like, you know what, 3 guys coming in, I'm not even afraid. I don't care.
I see something that I don't like here. That spells Rebellion Esports is not able to fight the first 3 turtles. Is that Vincent looks like he's going for it before that car is taking quite a lot of damage.
Okay, Sanford, he's taking a little bit of damage here. He might actually fall to this here. The Residue comes in. Sanford trying to buy Libram one time, eventually gets picked off. He even forced the flicker. He's bought a little bit of space, but the turtle, they have to rush this before Suelo comes in. Vincent is so low. It seems to me this is going to be an easy turtle in the hands of Team Liquid once more.
Again, the reason why I say that is because Vincent, his first item isn't going to be the War Axe. It's going to be the Immortality. So there you go. He just bought the Immortality, meaning that for the lineup of Rebellion Esports, you can only think of damage when you're looking at Suelo. Everyone else, they're not going to be able to do much. So Rebellion Esports, they have to drag this game out for a very long time before this draft gets online.
Speaking of drops coming up online as well, Rebellion, they're trying to get any sort of resource as much as they can. ODTZ missing 2 spell. JP shows you I don't miss. A little bit of fun interaction here. Rebellion now going to be a turtle up in tier 1. Feathered Ass trying to use as well. Kaudizi getting focused down. He's done. He's gone. That's the marksman down. But ODTZ comes in. Minor Ray Fury comes in, connects onto the stolen one to try and counterplay. He's going to pay with his life. But guess what? Kaudizi, he finds a double. Vincent now going to be the next, but he is going to be able to get out with the last Insanity. Team Liquid finds a 2-for-1 trade. Bottom lane though, Kars, he might actually die to this. No, the knockup comes in. Kars, he's able to survive, but Kaudizi says, "What's up, brother? Can you get out?" He sidesteps the dodge, the shield, but it doesn't matter. He's so low. 1 punch is all he needs.
Yeah, this is what worries me, is that Rebellion, they won't have enough damage. Kars just built his Counter-Strike. I don't think he has his first item just yet. BeniQT already has 2. So yeah, this is why I kind of don't like Rebellion Esports draft, because it's an okay draft, but it takes way too much time. And against Team Liquid PH that has a draft that can ramp up very fast, I don't know, seems counterproductive or counterintuitive.
It's going to be very, very difficult this game here. Kars, you know, not able to make the space that he needs to actually fight against the Team Liquid here. You can see Purifies from Sanji. Audi tried to go in for the catch. Doesn't seem to be able to find Sanji, but they do bait out the Purify. Turtle gets reset. But the Liu King for that engage. BeniQT is finding his engagements as well. They force the Primal Wrath. So much value spells taken away by Rebellion. Feathered Airstrike being used from both sides. They're trying to drop the turtle quickly as well. Sanji secures the turtle for the team, but now Rebellion, they have to run. Guess what? BeniQT is looking to finish him off. He's got the double, looking for the triple, but guess what? Everyone is dead. Vincent as well, next to fall. Triple kill for BeniQT in one fell swoop. Everyone is dead.
Yeah, 5-0-2. BeniQT was able to trigger waves with the Sky Piercer. So again, Team Liquid PH 7.5k ahead, getting the mid lane turret, getting the bottom tier 2, and the top tier 2 might be the next target as well. The Lord is going to spawn in 82 minutes. BeniQT has to end this battle. And D still has not completed his first item. That's how far ahead BeniQT is. He has 3 items. D doesn't even have 1.
Well, his 3K net worth difference, right? That's so far of a lead that Team Liquid BH has is like almost near 10K now. And Rebellion, they've died, like, look at this, 12-2. What can they do? Even Sanji's one feathered airstrike is enough to threaten everyone from inside of Rebellion.
And now we have a visual here. 3 items for Roger, and this is why the Beatrix is ultra late game, because her items are very expensive. Now she has completed the Blade of Despair, so that's 1 item.
Compared to 3.5. Like,
the only good thing is that that's the most expensive item for her build. After this is going to be a little bit easier, a little bit more cheaper. So her ramp is going to be faster. But again, the comparison is too much.
It's still tough because look at this. BennyQt has got 3.5 items. But if you say that's 3.5 items, this Sky Piercer's got 5 stacks. So technically that's a 4.5 item rather than a 3.5 item. Power spike for BennyQt in just, what, 9 minutes into the game. Him alone, he can already 1v3.
This X-Borg is not a factor as well. The Farsa can burst him down very, very fast.
Yeah.
Sanford, the Paquito is the counter towards an X-Borg. So Team Liquid BH, they just have all the answers to the problems that Rebellion has.
Oh no, he's dead. That's going to be max stack up on BennyQt as well. And this Roger, again, you talked about this, right? Like, give him the Roger, or do you want to deal with the Loyi or deal with the Roger? In this case, BennyQt is going to run rings around roses on Rebellion Esports. And here, again, Vincent just no space to push out. The idea of having the export is to deal with Kaotizi, but he can't even get to Kaotizi at all.
Yeah, they haven't even met. Kaotizi just pre-farming. He just goes into the jungle and outside. Okay, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. BennyQt's slaying the Lord. I'm guessing Sky Piercer works on that. No, he doesn't, but I'm just saying. He's getting all the last hits here.
But at the same time as well, you have to give credit to Vincent. Despite being a difference of a lead here, he's still somehow able to keep up in terms of level. Like level 12 to level 13, now 14 for Kaotizi. But they have to find a way to drag this out because eventually they are going to get outscaled. It's going to be very, very difficult.
Well, the only way they can clear the waves is with the Beatrix, so hopefully that's going to be enough. Right now, Team Liquid H, they're getting the mid-tier too. They're getting it for free.
Yeah, they're just getting outranged as well. You can see Sanford trying to make a jab onto a Sway Low. They have the feathered air, stolen feathered airstrike off on Sway Low. But again, it's a tall order for Rebellion Esports to fight back here. I don't see any comeback game here. It seems like this is going to be Team Liquid's PH's game to lose if they don't close out this game.
Well, the Lord is there. D is very low. Car says, well, 1 hit away.
Okay, they're able to get a little bit of reset here. Sanji missing the feathered airstrike. No, he does hit the feathered airstrike, but he gets cancelled off. But the Lord still going to be taken a while. The inhibitor still falls. Stolen in feathered airstrike from Sway Low. Is able to clear 2 waves of minions. And they somehow still managing to hold on. Team Liquid not coming to this fight unless they fight for this fight. But wait a minute, they find a kill on Sanji down bottom, so that's huge for Rebellion Esports. With the Black Dragon, they're isolated. They find JP. That's the opening that Rebellion Esports needed. That's huge.
That was such a huge shutdown because out of that kill, D immediately got the second item. He got the Malefic Roar. That's how big the shutdown was. 1 kill, 1 item. That's huge. And now we got to look at the instant replay. Oh, that was a beautiful shot.
Oh my goodness, that was a big shot coming in. JP left isolated as well. They've got so much information, but while this is actually happening as well, guess what? Middle lane, they find Kaotizi all by himself. Team Liquid might actually lose another player unless BennyQt is looking for it. He's on a godlike. He's looking to try and finish off D. Does he give chase? D is going to be running for his life as well. Vincent, he has immortality. He's going to try and provide a little bit of assistance. They are able to get out. So Rebellion, they may have made a little bit of mistake. Things could have got out of control, but they still backed out safely.
That's why I choose your poison. You want to go up against the Louis or you want to go up against the Roger. Look at that burst damage.
My God.
There's no outplaying that. If he gets there, you get out. You don't entertain the fight anymore. You're like, okay, you know what? My HP is not 100%.
You gotta run.
If it's 90%, I'm uncomfortable.
Well, in this case, BennyQt, he's got Sky Piercer full stacked. That's going to be so much percentage coming in. Sway Low finally having the Divine Glaive, so with the stolen Feather Airstrike, he can still do something and contribute to this team fights. And I think that's the game plan that Rebellion Esports is looking for. Buy enough time for this Beatrix to get relevant. Buy enough time for this Edith to be able to out-sustain them and contribute in terms of damage as well. And Team Liquid, They have to be careful about this. Karos is challenging Sanford. He's asking for it as well. But do they go for it? But guess what? Jump onto Audi DZ. They've got CC. He's stunning his way through. He goes for the prime round to disengage. Black Dragon comes in to give chase. They find KhalDzy. That's huge. It's going to go down. Meanwhile, Suelo gets picked off by BennyQt. But the stomp from JP to stop D from getting things out of hand. Now, BennyQt looking for the finish. He's got the Maniac on top of it all. What a counterplay by JP to set things up for BennyQt.
So the Errata fight against the Luyo and Roger, man. 11-0-2. Full items built. Blade of Despair there.
Oh my goodness, last insanity to try to clear the minions, but it doesn't matter. Team Liquid focuses down the crystal. One game, and they say one more game to go to qualifying. Team Liquid PH now in match point for the first ticket.
Yeah, match point, Rebellion. There were some instances where it looks like they had a shot, right? Where, oh, now they have enough damage, now they can do something about it, but it was a little too late. So I don't know, in the next game, Rebellion, do they switch things up?